tea portion in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Right.
We're about to get started. We have Gerry Thompson, Team America, versus Musser. Well, Ben Hayes is the second Draft Open champion.
Well, we just have an announcement. If you didn't hear it, Ben Hayes wins the second Draft Open.
Yeah. So Dan Musser is playing Zoo versus Gerry Thompson playing Team America. Good players, good decks. We'll see who wins. Dan Musser's Zoo deck's pretty Pat Sullivan style. Wastelands, Lightning Bolts, Lightning Helix, Chain Lightning, 19 one-drops. So just go for the face, smash them up. So Dan's on the play, leads on a turn 1 Walnut Collar for Basic Forest. Gerry's going to misstep, going down to 18.
This is the classic opening that people said Mental Misstep would do to crush Zoo. You'd go Nacatl, expect that to do a lot of damage for you, misstep, and that's the end of that expected
Basic Mountain,
damage.
Herd Ape. This looks almost like I'm reminiscing about Gruul decks in Standard with Giant Solifuge right now.
Nice. I love Giant Soulfuge.
The good old Mark Herbold special. Potential Hall of Famer. Gerry sitting there thinking about pondering his options. Gets Trop. Going to dismember that Curd Ape, trading in 4 life here for potential likely 4 life that Curd Ape's going to deal.
Tarmogoyf.
Yep. That is a instant land sorcery. 4 toughness Tarmogoyf, which is super important in this matchup. Dan Musser is now out of Lightning Bolt and Helix range. Dan Musser plays a Grim Lorphomancer to sort of maybe stem the assault of this Tarmogoyf a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it also has the possibility of just, with Gerry being at that life, making for Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix, Chain Lightning set of pulls. That forest really gets in the way of a lot of the potential for the burn. There's the Chain Lightning. Double Tarmogoyf makes this clock really short.
Gerry assuming the beatdown roll here. Looks like Dan's going to try and match on the Tarmogoyfs. And that's going to get Force of Will.
This is playing out pretty much in a
opposite manner.
Look at that. Those Wasteland, it's going to be great work for Gerry here to get rid of that Taiga. There it is. Taiga, go away, babe. Gerry says go. Grim shoots Gerry. Knocks Gerry to 10.
Dan choosing to not exile those creatures before damage, it looks like.
And we get a Wasteland in return, knocking out Gerry's Blue Source, making a Daze not something that Gerry can take care of.
So Dan's the control, Gerry's the beatdown. Crunch on in.
I believe that's going to get the creatures out, make everything a little bit smaller.
There we go. So that's a 2 Power Goyf, 2 3s. And Dan's going to go down to 6. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Just passing back. Trying to make some Lavamancer work here. Let's see. Where is this going? Gerry is safely at 8th life. Dan needs to find an answer quickly, and by an answer, most likely just any creature here. Gerry drops down to 6.
Answer? Tarmogoyf would be the answer he would hope to get.
Looks like his hand's full of red cards, however, which is not where he wants to be.
Chump block, chump block.
Yeah. Mental misstep, which should be lethal.
Wow. And Dan picks it on up. Okay.
And Gerry Thompson cracking in with those Tarmogoyfs for lethal that game.
So, what we have one wonderful giveaway that we're going to be doing. And for those of you who have not seen the giveaways before, typically what we give away is a year of premium. Yeah. And that's a great value just by itself. But we've got a special giveaway this time.
We have
an amazing giveaway. A Gen Con badge.
Yeah, it's Gen Con's next weekend. If you don't have your badge yet, this is your opportunity to get it. It's being held in Indianapolis this year, starting, I believe, next Thursday and going all weekend. Goes through Magic events, U.S. Nationals, Legacy Championships, Vintage Championships, Block Championships, a ton of other side events all night, all day, anything you want. Maybe you don't want, maybe you get bored of Magic while you're there. There's everything, every board game, all the board games, LARPing,
there's just so
everything.
Much. I mean, and the thing is that with the largest gaming convention in the world, amazing event. So here's the question. For one lucky person, if you answer at hashtag SCG Premium, you can be, if you answer correctly, a person that wins this badge. So the question that we came up with talking about earlier, this is the second finals for Gerry Thompson today. What deck did Gerry T defeat in the finals of the Standard Open earlier this morning? Remember, hashtag SCG Premium, and also be courteous.
Do not enter if you can't go. It's not like you get a little badge. You say, I was going to go to Gen Con.
Yeah.
You have to go inside, pick up the badge. Please make sure that if you're going to win this, you can go and take full advantage of what we're giving away.
It's a great opportunity for somebody, so don't steal it away from whoever that person might be.
Yeah. So, that's going to be a real awesome prize.
And I'm tweeting that right now.
Well, I know I'm going to be at Gen Con next week, and it's going to be a complete blast. I think this is the first time I'm going to be there playing Magic, actually. It's really fun. And remember, hashtag is the #.
Yes.
Make sure it goes to the # SCG Premium right there on your screen. You can see it over there.
That's right. It's funny.
Yeah, I know. It's there we go.
It's hard to do with the camera.
I know. Not at us, not at SCG Premium. Hashtag #.
That's right.
Let's see.
Now, the judges currently have the sideboards, or the deck list, so we don't have the full sideboards in our heads. However, there are cards we can remember. I believe that there's Ghastly Demise that Gerry Thompson has. That's going to be a really great card for him. If there are enough green creatures, he has access to Perish. There's Tarmogoyf, Wild Nicottle. That might not be good enough.
Tarmogoyf, Wild Nicottle. The other 1-drops are Goblin Guide. Yeah, it might not be good enough. It might not be enough. Those are the real threatening creatures, however, so maybe he wants to Perishes. I know the Zoo player has extra Path to Exiles that he's going to want. Gerry can also board in Jace the Mind Sculptor. Maybe just sort of an end game, but I think that his real game is going to
be Jace very much
bash back the creatures, right? I can see Gerry boarding up Vendilion Clicks here. A bit of a slow, fragile threat in the face of Grimoire Romancers. I can see Gerry boarding out Daze for sure here.
Yeah, remember... go ahead.
And I can see Gerry boarding down on Force of Will here. 2 for 1. You don't really want to 2 for 1 yourself against this aggro deck.
Actually, I feel like with the Jaces, right, we already know that Jace is a card that has often come out, at least in some small numbers, against some of the more aggressive decks in Standard. This deck is even more aggressive. And part of the reason it often comes out is that by the time you cast it, there could be too much on the table that the Jace just casts Brainstorm for 4 mana. So I can see that coming out. But I was going to say, with regards to Force of Will, I mean, I often do not mind tossing away 2 cards to stop a Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf is so powerful that, I mean, I'll toss away a Stifle, I'll toss away a Daze, know?
Yeah, maybe a Stifle's a good example, something that gets dead in the late game. I wouldn't board out all the forces for sure. I just don't think you want to, maybe 1, maybe 2. You don't want to draw multiples in a game for sure.
Right, it's basically a war between a deck that has a lot of disruption and a deck that has a lot of burn.
A lot of threats.
Yes, a lot of threats. We're going back to the match now. We'll see how they sideboarded, and then when we get an opportunity, we're going to get those deck lists back from the judge so that we can, if the match isn't entirely over, talk about it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Gerry setting up his life total sheet. Looks like Dan may have chosen a mulligan here. Gerry haphazardly looking over to what Glenn Jones is writing about the matchup. This is.
What are you saying about me?
Did I mess up? Let me know if I, don't give me outside assistance, but give me outside assistance.
And Pikachu over there, Dan Musser.
Yeah. He almost did he top 16 the standard? He may have. Let's see. His result in the standard was not in the top 16, maybe barely outside of it, I'm thinking of.
Gerry hamming it up for the crowd.
Is that a mold of 5 I see? Is this still the same mulligan? Yeah, any mulligans being not very great against Gerry's deck, which, traditionally has been billed as a sort of attrition deck. Trade stifles for lands, trade hints for cards, just sort of build up this, people have described it as the rock, basically.
Dan drawing some cards.
Looks like a 5-carder. Land go.
Oh, it is unexciting. And Gerry's like, are you sure you don't want to cast anything?
19 1-drops, none in the hand. Looks like he has 2 Tarmogoyfs on this multiplied, though.
Ponder.
Yep.
A fetch land from Dan. Makes
Probably
2.
debating what lands he wants to fetch.
This is a good opportunity with Gerry tapped out of blue.
Yeah, I mean, you could have days.
I mean, 2 tapped out of blue for Stifle.
Ah, yes. There we go. Wrong cards. I'm thinking about he's already casting it, but yeah, Stifles. Stifle's beating when you're fetching.
And Stifle, to my mind, is a weak card in this matchup in general, because they might already have something out by the time you're getting to that point.
Gerry drops the Wasteland on the table. Ah, you got me. Yeah, Dan fetches both bases.
Forest.
Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf is a 2/3.
Thanks to that ponder. That one ponder, may we add.
And it's going to be
Gerry matches it with his own.
Tarmogoyfs.
Interesting to note, he opened it up to a Chain Lightning, but no Lightning Bolt can kill that Tarmogoyf.
Rawr. Here he comes.
I think Gerry might just take this. 2 damage, not trading his Tarmogoyf for a Lightning Bolt.
He does take it. And another fetch from Dan, getting perhaps a dual land. Oh wow, he's got
the trifecta.
I did not realize without the deck list in front of me, I did not know he could basic land cast an imaginary Willy Thoctor that doesn't exist in his list.
Not a lot of zoo decks have the full set. Like red. Helix.
Lightning Helix, and that's.
Oh, I guess Gerry did block.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That would explain why that Goyf dies to that. For those not familiar with that interaction, the card goes to the graveyard before state-based effects are checked. So at the time Tarmogoyf's Pawn Office were checked for the Lightning Helix, it was a 3/4.
2020. Helix bringing him back up.
Yeah.
Gerry,
Looks like he left in a Jace.
instant sorcery Tarmogoyf as a creature and land for 4/5.
Passes back. Yep, Dan has the second turn. Up, draw step, Vendilion Click. Drops his hand down, land, Goyf. And I think that Goyf's just going to go away.
That is a very, very shallow hand there for Dan. Only that Goyf. It would have been great, but...
He's close to the best creature of all time, so he might just be able to take it away.
Yeah.
Gerry debating between his two choices, Tarmogoyf or nothing.
Yep. Tarmogoyf or no?
I don't know the full list.
I like or no. Pardon me. I like getting rid of the Tarmogoyf because
I would agree with that.
I mean, there's so few cards that Dan has that are as powerful as that card.
Yes.
Here comes the Goyf in for 4.
Maybe Gerry thinks that he could
Looks like, was that a swords or a path or
pass probably. No, it's a cat. There we go.
Okay. Wild
So
McCattle.
it's a pet. It's a cat. There we go. 3, 4, Jace.
Jace
Bounce the
returns the
Goyf.
Goyf.
Gonna try and establish control of this board. Dealing click pulling up back to the Goyf unless Dan manages to draw a removal spell. Could be a swords. I don't think he has swords. This seems like a Path to Exile.
Path, maybe?
Does it not seem like a 5+?
Looks like it's going to be a trade with the click.
Yeah. Plays the Goyf. And this is a bit of that dance we see in Standard sometimes with these decks. Just sort of
Jace
creature,
has
bounce it back,
yep.
draw a card, time walk. Looks like Gerry has Deed. We forgot about Deed when we were talking about his deck, but that one is...
oh, so good.
Yep.
Deed is one of my favorite cards of all time.
I think Gerry probably blows Deed, puts Jace up to 4 out of burn range, and just ships back. Though Dan probably have some red blast for that Jace, but... Yep.
To 4 outside of a burn?
Gonna target Dan instead. There we go. Deed. Land.
Go.
No Goblin guys coming down
And
to kill that Jace.
no fear of Croson Grip from from Dan, so he can just hold off until he's ready.
Actually, why are we talking about we don't have the deck list?
Oh, that's right. We do have them
We
on
have
the
an
online.
internet.
Yeah. They have been entered. Okay, waiting to see what might happen for Dan off the top here. He swings at Jace. Deed goes and blows everything up. And go. Oh, Doctor. That is...
This should be it.
that should be it.
Brainstorm.
All over but the crying. I mean,
Yeah.
Dan's only real way of winning is if pretty much every draw that he gets from here is good so that he can push through the pure card quality that Gerry's going to be getting.
Yep. Fate Seal. Now we're seeing the Fate Seal.
Yep, his second Fate Seal of the match. Or maybe he had one in the first match.
This is the second Fate Seal of this.
Of the match, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He bounced Fate Seal, Fate Seal. That's more of the sequencing I'm used to seeing, I guess. Fetch land. Hand me your last 2 cards.
And there's a
not
third
last
card
week.
in there. There's a
He's got
mystery
He's
card.
got a promo Path to Exile is what it looks like. All those cards. 5. Bins. 3. Binning land. Metamorph.
Metamorph.
Well, this last card looks like
Wow.
a promo path.
Metamorph. I guess that copies a Tombstalker or
Goyf?
Tarmogoyf.
Just let you win the Tarmogoyf Wars a little easier. Looks like we are not, in fact, working on this internet. On this computer.
It's not just our internet. I think it's the Star City Games website. So.
Yeah, very possible.
Jace once again goes up. Is that an 8 counters on Jace? Is that correct?
Tick tock. So. Okay. Yeah. Fate Seal. Leave it on top. Dan's gonna have to crack that fetch.
Up to
Jace
10.
to 10. Gerry looks like he has a force in hand, I think, too. Yep, did bring in Red Blast. That's his out. 1 shot, draw Red Blast. 2 shots, I guess. Nicottle. Yeah. Not the biggest threat right now. I think Gerry probably has a hand loaded with blockers or removal. Fate Seal, nothing. Yep. Go.
Jace is going to be the path here. Attack, basically it's out.
That's it. Gerry Thompson.
There we go. Congratulations to Gerry Thompson.
The first double winner of an Open.
Is that correct? Is that the first double winner?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty exciting.
There may have been one of the smaller Opens where Alex Bertoncini won when it was standard that Bertoncini won gold, but I think that's it.
Okay.